2K Sports pregame show.
Man, it is great to be with you again, everybody. The NBA season has now hit full stride. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith on 2K Sports. And tonight it'll be Seattle going up against Boston.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Hart, and David Aldridge is...
Well, guys, we know how much of a trail...
You're right, D.A. He wants rings and nothing less. And Bill Al Horford lacks eye-popping numbers, perhaps, but his contributions go well beyond the stat sheet.
Best teammate, probably in the league. Best chemistry / glue guy. Does not care if he... about getting shots or who gets the attention, any of that stuff. Can guard any position, can shoot threes, can stretch the floor. I think when you talk about where basketball is going, he is the perfect guy for this era of basketball, the stretch five, basically, the guy who can stretch the floor on offense and shoot threes and guard big guys on the other end. I would love to see him in the finals. I think he's been in LeBron's shadow in the East, basically, for this whole decade, and I don't even know how many times he's lost to LeBron, maybe 100? Maybe he's lost maybe 5 series in the playoffs. It would be nice to see him get over the hump.
He never gives up on a play. I thought he just never will wave the white flag on any play.
No, and he's also a good example for why stats are overrated, and at some point they have their limit for what you can judge a player by. He's going to have 13 points and 8 rebounds and 3 assists, and he'll have 1.5 blocks, but he'll also make the biggest play of the game and is somebody that can not really have a good game but still make 2 of the biggest plays in the last 90 seconds.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Hayward out there with Lowry. Then there's Horford. Then it's Taurean Prince, and it's Millsap in at the 4 spot. Beasley against Prince. Beasley, the pass to Jordan. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. And thinking about Al Horford, Bill, such a balanced player, wide skill set. You know his teammates always have something great to say about him.
Great guy. Hey, people concentrate on his salary a little too much, too. And I think in a 30-team league where you have a chance to get somebody who's a top 25 guy, you're going to have to overpay for it. It's the same reason, like, when you go to buy your luxury cars every year, Kevin, you don't care about the sticker price. You're just like, I need my Ferrari. I'm ready to roll.
I'm following your lead.
Yeah, that's it.
Paul with the ball. Lowry picks him up. Bill, you've done quite a few player interviews over your life, and I'm sure there are some guys that have surprised you with what they've got to say.
Yeah. I think we're in a really cool generation with basketball players where they're these really thoughtful guys who aren't afraid to share stuff. You know, some of the guys try to protect their images and their kind of their manufactured reputations, I would say, to some degree. But for the most part, the candidness of some of these guys, you can't hide on a podcast. Mm-hmm. If I have you for an hour, you're not going to be able to dodge stuff. You're going to have to talk.
Well, you challenge people, that's the beauty of the podcast.
Well, and I don't have notes, so I do it. I'm looking at you, you're looking at me, and we're going. And you got to be ready.
That's how Larry King used to do it. Yeah.
So some guys are ready. Like Durant was great. Durant was ready to talk, and we did 5 podcasts, and everything's on the table with him. But my favorites are, somebody like Kyrie came in, really smart, kind of sort of ready to go, but not totally, but then got into it. And those are usually the best ones.
And so Lowry will bring it up for Boston. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Launches it. No good on that one. Seattle goes the other way with it.
He's not shooting a high percentage right now, and part of the reason could be that his shot quality is poor, and he's just got to be a little smarter about his shots.
Prince outside. Pass to Millsap. Over Beasley. Horford trying to free himself up. And that one's good. Millsap.
And, Millsap ready to shoot anytime he's close to the basket. Gets it off before the defense can react.
Now the pass to Beasley. Drains the three-pointer. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Ball against Lowry. Hayward on the wing. Got it up. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. 1 quarter in the... LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goal.
I always feel like I got it. I always feel like...
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you got to have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late-game situations.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Seattle. Guys?
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
You know, Greg, I love watching this team get after it on defense. I mean, they play with a bit of edge and nastiness.
Beasley is out there with Gordon. Then it's LeBron James. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Jordan in at center. That's the lineup in the game for Seattle. Lowry kicks to Horford. Here's the three. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Horford's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for Boston. Bill Commissioner Adam Silver believes the 2K Esports League will have the staying power of the NBA, the WNBA, the G League. A pretty powerful comment to make.
And I hope he's right, because I want to be the lead color guy. I want us to be the team. Why can't it be us, Kevin Harlan?
Are you kidding me?
Let's do that. Cut me the check.
Sign
As Rasheed
me
Wallace
up.
would say, CTC, cut the check.
Bill Simmons is here.
I'm ready.
Prince is gone, 1 of 3 shooting so far. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Al Horford is a multiple all-star. And if you count his stats, you miss what he brings to the table. When you factor in his passing, his defense, his efficiency, he does all the things that help you win. Coach Brad Stevens said, Al Horford averaging 15 points a game for you is like other guys averaging 27. Kevin?
The definition of a pro. Terrific guy. Thank you, D.A.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
Yeah, these teams evenly matched, Greg, trading hits and refusing to give up any advantage.
Shot by Gordon, wide open. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's the three. And James pulls it down. Seattle has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Paul for three. That one doesn't go. And the Celtics going the other way now. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
And his touch inside more than makes up for Lowry's lack of size. He's a terrific finisher in the paint and doesn't miss many once he gets in tight.
Millsap with the steal. Hey, Bill, thanks for coming by. Fantastic stuff as usual. We really appreciate your time.
Appreciate being on. Go Celtics.
You can't root on these, Bill.
I'm absolutely rooting. That's my team.
And Clark, always great to have Bill with us, a content creator who really taps into what the audience is thinking.
Could not agree with you more. Amen to all of that, Kevin. He's got a very loyal fan base and readers and viewers that share his vision, not just on sports, but on life. And that strong connection he has with them is admirable.
Lowry finds Hayward. A three ball. It's hauled in by Gordon. For Seattle, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And it's Paul missing. The Celtics with the lead. Prince, the pass to Millsap, goes up and lays it nice and easy. Millsap's got 6.
And, you know, this is why Millsap is so highly respected. He's excellent in knocking down shots under pressure.
Paul with the 3. Rebound, Boston.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Back to Hayward. Over James. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And that'll do it for the first. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed by 2. There were a lot of positives for them to take away from the second quarter, where they came from behind to take a 4-point lead at the half. And that does it for our halftime show. We now
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. One of the stories here, Kyle Lowry getting it done today.
And through the first 2 periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to, just a slasher's mentality.
Yeah, you know, good things happen when he cuts to the rim, Greg, and you cut into the heart of the defense like that, makes things easy.
Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. We got Hayward. Horford is out there with Paul Millsap. And it's Taurean Prince. And it's Lowry in at the point guard. Clark, agility is such an important thing for players to have, obviously. When you look at the offensive end, knowing that agility has that upper value, who are some of the more elusive players you see in the game now?
Man, I don't think there's any more elusive player in the game than Steph Curry. I tell you, he's not the most athletic, he's not the fastest, but he is the slipperiest guy to try to keep a handle. His ball handling, his shot making, his change of pace. I throw Kyrie Irving in there as well. Kemba Walker, diminutive in size, but boy, is he hard to keep corralled. And Lou Williams, one of my favorites. One of the great scorers, maybe one of the greatest scorers ever, under 6'2" in the league.
Some terrific names there. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Banked in off the glass. Lowry's got 8 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And LeBron throws it down.
You know, this is why they trust Paul to run the offense. I mean, he's so good at getting the ball to guys on time and on target.
Lowry with the ball. He's picked up by LeBron. Here's the floater. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Chris Paul picks up that one.
When you watch Kyle Lowry play, you see how much bigger he is than his stats. Does so many little things on both ends of the floor. I mean, he's a great screen setter, takes charges, all the things that don't necessarily show up in the stat sheet, but are important when it comes to winning.
To the paint, the shot. Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down to 1 in the bucket from LeBron.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And Greg, with Lowry, it isn't like he's quiet on the stat sheet either.
No, he is a bulldog. I mean, he scores it, the playmaking. He's just complete in terms of a backcourt player. Rebounds as well as anybody for his position, and got good hands on defense. It just gives you a little bit of everything at that point guard position.
We've got 1:28 left in the third. Pass to Horford. He kicks it to Hayward. And Hayward at the stuff.
And as a wing player, Hayward's just so good at attacking the basket. I think that's a big part of what makes him special. Doesn't take much of an opening for Hayward to make his move.
Pass to LeBron. Over Hayward. And that one comes up a bit short. Boston leading by 4. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. And again, Boston with the triple.
And somebody throw some cold water on Lowry. The man is on fire. He has taken this game over, and it doesn't look like he has any plans on slowing down.
Beasley against Prince. Beasley kicks to James. 6 on the shot clock. Good work defensively by Horford.
and pulled out all the stops to fight his way inside, but the D just was not giving in.
Lowry passes to Prince. Hayward outside. All alone. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
And the defender was very apathetic there. Fortunately for them, he missed that mid-range jumper.
Guys, when LeBron is scoring like this, as a defender, it's hard not to throw up your arms and say, I give up. Just so hard to slow him down.
And so it's Boston in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And we'll be right back after this. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the court for Seattle, Gordon out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Chris Paul. Then it's LeBron James. And it's Beasley in at the 3, the small forward. And it's Lowry penetrating. Hayward outside. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. 9 points for Gordon Hayward.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Inside. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan now. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
Lowry dishes to Prince. Horford against Jordan. Poke loose. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And stolen by Jordan.
And really, he played mistake-free basketball up to that point. That's the only time he's turned it over so far.
And there's no question that James is one of the best dunkers ever. A forceful finisher who loves showing off his athleticism.
And Lowry puts up a deep 3, and it's Seattle with the rebound. Jordan's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Paul outside. LeBron against Hayward. Kicks it out to Gordon. And there's the call on James. That's foul number 2 for him. Celtics leading by 7. Lowry with the ball. Hayward on the wing. Back to Lowry. Gordon against Millsap. Releases. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
That's what they want. A good look from the mid-range game. Hey, but unfortunately, they came up empty.
Good on the bucket.
A big bucket at a critical time. Chris Paul not going to leave it up to anybody else. He wanted that shot.
And Lowry gets double-teamed. Out left to the wing. And Horford wide open. He shoots. Boston, no good that time either. Seattle trails by 5. Paul outside. Lets the 3 fly. James, no good. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Boston Celtics. Prince kicks to Lowry. Pass to Hayward. Prince outside. Shot clock at 5. Over Beasley. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. And the Celtics lead by 7.
Not completely over, but it's getting close.
Yeah, this one is ready to be put on ice. Not a whole lot they can do from here.
Jordan trying to free himself up, and Hayward with the block. But they'll get another chance. Jordan finds Beasley. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. Count it! And now they trail by just 4.
Man, it's so good to see LeBron James rise up with confidence from deep. That's a part of his game that he continues to improve on, and it's actually become quite efficient.
41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Lowry against Paul. The shot by Hayward, wide open. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry.
Just terrific determination. First, compiling the lead, and now building on it.
And that's what you want to do. I mean, you can't let the opposition off the hook here. I mean, you've got to keep adding to that lead.
Seattle calls timeout. They trail by 7. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, they'll need a very quick basket out of this timeout.
Yeah, and even if they get it and then get a quick foul, I'm not sure there's enough time even under that scenario.
Here's Paul. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
This is when some players pull in and tighten up a bit, but if you're talking about CP3, this is when it becomes fun for him.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock, and now they decide to foul intentionally. He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
And I like how scrappy and aggressive Lowry is on the court, and it's easy to see how much his teammates enjoy playing alongside him.
Good work at the line to stretch that lead out a little bit.
Seattle calls timeout. They're trailing by 6. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It falls! And now they trail by just 4.
Nice aggressive move by Paul. You know, for a little guy, he knows exactly how to finish inside. Very good at making it happen against bigger players.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game. Here is Paul. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the fourth. The pass to Beasley. Gordon outside. Al Horford with the rebound. And they go to the intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. And here's James outside. And the miss. So we see Boston get the win here. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us.